So last weekend, my family and I went out hiking in the desert. And as you can tell from these pictures I snapped along the way, it was a gorgeous hike. We made our way to this lake, around a small canyon range, and up and down this mountain trail. Now, all of this was really great, but there was just one problem. It got super hot. And because we were exercising out in the hot sun, we started sweating buckets. And all I wanted to do after a while was to find some water and shade as soon as possible. So finally, after we sat down to have a nice picnic in the shade and our sweat provided some evaporative cooling, our bodies were able to cool down without overheating. So you might be wondering, why did our bodies and our behavior respond that way? Why did we sweat and want to find shade? Well, the answer is our bodies were protecting us from harm. The human body isn't able to function at too high of a temperature, so our bodies helped cool us down through a combination of physiological and behavioral responses. Physiological responses being the internal chemical and physical changes that our bodies carry out unconsciously, and behavioral responses being the actions we carry out consciously in response to what our body needs. So in this case, the physiological response would be sweating, which our body does in order to cool itself down. And in addition to sweating, other physiological responses were also happening, such as our blood vessels were dilating and we were getting thirsty. And the behavioral responses were our attempts to find shade and get out of the sun and to drink water. This tendency of an organism to maintain internal conditions within an acceptable range despite changes in its external environment is called homeostasis. And I'll write down our definition. So it's the tendency to maintain internal conditions despite changes in external conditions. So homeostasis is incredibly important because without it, we could have overheated and been in real danger. So in other words, homeostasis is necessary in order for organisms to survive.